Yes, sir.
Alright, I'm gonna call you from Skype.
Okay.
So I'm gonna call you number you just called me from.
Yes.
And I'm gonna record this call. You cool
Okay.
with that?
I'm also recording it as well.
Awesome.
I'm
I
videotaping
have
my end. All right. All right. So he's gonna call me back. He's recording, and so am I. I'm here. Yes.
Perfect. Alright, so let me just get stuff set up. I got Josh on the line. We're doing about a 30-minute consulting call or so. Is that right, Josh?
Something like that.
Awesome. Perfect. Alright, I have no clue what you want to talk about, but I'm all yours. You got me for
Basically, I just
about
want to talk
30
about
minutes
snow
or so.
removal in general.
What do you want to talk about?
Snow removal in general. Everything about it.
Awesome.
Uh,
Okay, well, the floor is yours. Where
all
would you
right.
like to start?
First question is, okay, you get a lot that you want to plow. How do you contact them to give an estimate?
Well, you need to find out who the property either owner is or the manager is. Okay?
Okay.
If you go through, if you like, well, give me an example of a specific business. Would it be like a gas station or just like a local mom and pop store? Or are you talking about more of the franchise stores?
We'll start out with franchise. Say you want to plow Pizza Hut. How do you go about
Pizza Hut.
contacting them to give an
Okay,
estimate?
okay. I love it. Thank you. That's a great question. Pizza Hut will be owned. The local franchise will be owned by somebody that probably lives in the neighborhood or somewhere around there. A lot of times, the snow removal and maintenance will fall under their direct authority. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, what that means is the owner of that franchise will be your contact person. Now. Sometimes, if it's a bigger franchise or a bigger store, they may have the maintenance contracted by the franchise company. Will have, if they've got multiple stores in the area, they may have something set up so that all of their stores are already taken care of. If it's a smaller franchise, look toward the owner or manager just like you would if it wasn't a franchise. If it's a bigger franchise, you're going to have more levels of people that you got to kind of wade through to find the right person to talk to get in front of them. Okay? And then, if you have that happen, you're going to have to try to impress them, right? Because they're gonna go, I want somebody like I did all of I shot awesome with the easy stops we had in Minnesota here. Back when we had easy stops, they had 25, 30 locations. Okay,
Okay.
Josh, I got in locally with one or two of the easy stops that were in my neighborhood, and then the managers of those stores would call up their corporate headquarters and go, these guys do great work. They're here on time. Our lot's clean out. The other stores' lots, they'd be like, ours are dirty. And then pretty soon corporate headquarters is calling me saying, hey, can you give us a bid for every easy stop in the entire Twin Cities metropolitan area covering a 50-mile radius? So that
Yeah.
may be something you want, or it's maybe something you don't want, but sometimes it takes a while to wade through everybody, and you may even spend a year or 2 years on the local level before the big corporation will call you in and go, hey, here's everything you need to do. We want you to do all of our stores or have that opportunity. And that's where the bigger companies, they jump on stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I have another question. Okay, so you decide you want to do Pizza Hut. How do you go about contacting them? Do you phone call them? Do you just drive in? What do you do on that end? Send them an
Great
email?
question. Okay, Josh, it depends upon you. All right? You've got to be really comfortable. You can't be that nervous Nelly. You can't go in there and you've got little beads of sweat dripping down your forehead and your hands are ringing and you don't really know what you're doing because you're going to leave a bad impression.
Yeah.
Right? If you're a better person on the phone, call them. If you're smooth and you just kind of you feel good about it, just make phone calls. You're gonna get a lot further with a phone call than you will traveling face to face. But I'll tell you straight up, if you have an opportunity to talk face to face and you are that person that can be comfortable
Yeah.
Okay. And emails are, another great way of getting in front of them. You may want to do a mailer or a flyer, whatever's going to get your information in front of that person that fits who you are. Those are great ways, but you also got to understand the effectiveness of the different forms of communication. Face-to-face will be your highest close rate. Phone calls will be your second. Email, a lot of times those get thrown in the spam or the junk folder. They never reach the person, but it's better than absolutely nothing. It's better than absolutely nothing, for sure.
The email way, that's the way I got the one client I do have for plowing. I sent about 15 emails out to different churches and businesses in the area. The very first one I sent is the very first one that called me back, and that's the one I have.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. It works.
If you were to do a phone call, let's say I'm the place. What do you just introduce yourself? Okay, my name's Stan with Genadek or whatnot, or how do you go about doing that? Is there like a specific line that works good?
Yes, great question, Josh. You need to have your call plan. Don't freeform it. Don't just go, hey, my name's Stan and I snowplow.
Yeah.
And expect them to go, okay. Really what you gotta do is you gotta have a script, and I want you guys to understand the first script. Now I don't want you to follow a script, okay, Josh? But I want you to envision the conversation, and I want you to go, okay, how will this go? This way, that way, this way. How am I gonna sound good and professional? I want you to write it down, and then I want you to practice it, and then I want you to forget about it, and then I want you to rewrite it down again, because your first work is always crap. Okay?
Okay.
The first draft of anything is always garbage, Josh. Plain and simple. So I want you to polish that turd for 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
Before you actually pick up the phone and make the call.
Okay. Let's do a little example
Okay.
once that I own Pizza Hut and you're calling. I'm the manager. And you're calling and you want to plow for me. What would you say on the phone?
Well, Josh, if I had 2 or 3 days to prepare for this,
Like right off the top, if.
I wouldn't do it, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying to you. I would not do that until I've had time to actually prepare and get ready to make that sales call. The first thing I'd want to do is I'd want to go, why would Pizza Hut want me? Okay? So I would go, if I'm putting myself in that manager's shoes, why would they want me? What is the benefit of having me plow your parking lot? So I may say something like, off the top, I may say, hey, my name is Stan, I'm with Genadek Landscaping and Excavating, and I snowplow across the street from you for the last 30 years. I want you to go check with the Super America. They've absolutely loved our service. In 30 years, I've never missed one single service. They've been open. If you don't believe me, you can literally just open your blinds and look across the street. I guarantee their lot will be plowed before anyone else in the neighborhood is plowed. And if you guys want and deserve that kind of service, I would love to have the opportunity to give you a price for your parking lot.
Definitely better than my sales call.
Hold on a minute. Actually, guess who that is? That's the manager for the snowplow account. Hold on, John.
Okay.
Genetics. Hey, Ryan, how you doing? I'm good.
Are you around today?
I am around.
Right. I'm up in Forest Lake. I got a stop at the call, and then I'm going down to Easton to look at some other stuff. So, what time would it work for you?
I'm at your disposal, Ryan.
Oh, okay. I'll put it to you a call when I leave St. Paul, and then whatever works, works.
You got it.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan.
Bye. Bye.
So, Josh, what you just heard, are you still there, Josh?
Yes.
What you just heard was me interacting with the property manager. He snowplows, I don't know, 50 million square feet of snow in the Twin Cities.
Wow.
It's an enormous amount of snow. And what you heard was my interaction with him. To me, he's the boss. He actually hires us to come in and plow different accounts for him, and you could hear that I wasn't setting a time. I was at his disposal. When he wants me there, I will be there. He's around his schedule. That's a huge thing.
Yes, that's.
You are the solution, Josh. You are the solution. You're not a problem. You're not. It's not for them to feel like that they're honored to have you. It's the opposite way around. You're honored to work on their job. It's your opportunity. And you're bringing into their wheelhouse solutions to problems they may have. Maybe they had bad service in the past. Maybe they didn't have people that were there when the time was needed, and that's who you are. So Pizza Hut calls you up and says, hey, can you be there at 1 o'clock? You don't say no. You say, I will be there at 1 o'clock.
Absolutely.
I will be in the white pickup truck with the red snowplow on the front, or vice versa. Look for me. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to meet with you.
Yeah. I always try to work around the customer schedule, even if it's just a residential. I ask what their availability is, and I'll work around them.
Okay, great. Then you're on the right track.
Yeah. I did get hired as a subcontractor by Team Lewis. So, what are some of the red flags about subcontracting? Like different ways that you can get screwed by the contractors.
Okay. No, it doesn't matter who you get hired by. I guess I asked you by who, but I don't want to know. Okay.
Okay.
So the red flags are, you want to make sure that whoever hired you want to check their reputation. You want to interview them before you sign on the dotted line. Okay?
Okay.
Because if you got small contractors that are hiring, guys like you or guys like me, what happens is those small time contractors, they don't get paid by the account. Guess who doesn't get paid in turn?
Us.
You guys. Right?
Yeah.
You don't get paid. The bigger the company, the more power they're going to have, the less important you're going to be, but the more assured you are that you're going to at least collect your paycheck every now and then.
Well, that's the good thing. They are definitely a big company.
What's that?
They are definitely one of the biggest companies in PA.
Okay. And so you also want to find out how often do they pay.
Okay.
And when that pay period comes up, how reliable are they to actually honor that pay period and give you a check? Because a lot of times what you're going to find is even in medium and big-sized companies, they don't pay right away. And they tell you they're going to pay right away, but the check doesn't get there. And what happens is you get a lot of snow flying under the belt, and then
you don't get paid.
They disappear. They go broke. You're the one holding the bill. Twice I've been stuck at the end of a snowplow season holding a $10,000+ bill that I never got paid for.
Wow.
Yeah, it happens even when you're subcontracting. So you're going to want to interview the company. You're going to want to check them out. When I say interview, if you talk to them, they're going to be, oh, yeah, we're awesome, we're amazing, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's going to say, yeah, we kind of screw you on our payments, and we mess around with scheduling, and we mess around with that. But the other contractors are going to tell you that. So what you're going to ask them is, who else works for you? As I come into the fold, can you tell me some of the other companies that I may be working around or with? You're not going to just want to blatantly, Josh, say, hey, who else works for you? You're going to want to kind of ask those feeling kind of questions. Who else works within your company that I may expect to see out on a job site? And then you're going to write it down, you're going to take a mental note or whatever, and then you're going to contact those companies and say, what is it like working for these guys?
Yeah. I'm actually friends with a dude on Facebook who also subcontracts for them. Because he friended me when I mentioned it in one of my YouTube videos and started messaging me about Lewis and subcontracting.
Okay. And good.
Kind of mediocre. And he said one of his friends just ditched a $40,000 contract a year because they're a pain in the butt. But I think in general, he was happy with their service and everything.
Okay. We also got to look at where the information's coming from and base that with a grain of salt. So, a lot of contractors, they're negative Nellies.
Yeah.
There. Nothing's ever right. The world owes them their living, and unfortunately, that's not the truth. And we earn what we work for. We get what we work for.
Yeah, I've talked to 2 contractors already about subcontracting. The one I'm probably going with, they're willing to work with me because I do have my own accounts. Whereas the other one's like, no, you have to be at mine. Mine have to come first. You cannot do yours. You can't leave. It's mine, 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 mine. I'm like, well, that can't work. Because I have to be able to leave and do mine as well and come back and do yours, and, you know. But at Lewis, they were very willing to work with that. They said, just clock out, go do yours, come back, and they'll be fine. And they gave me one that's like 5 minutes from my house.
I like it.
And my other account's 5 minutes from my house the other way, so the accounts are about 10 minutes away from each other.
Nice.
So it should be pretty easy to jump back and forth. And it's an apartment complex. They have a zero tolerance. First flake of snow to the last flake of snow, they want to see people working. So my account, unless it's a huge storm, I only have to plow it one time unless they're open. Like if it's snowing overnight, I don't have to plow it until they open at 10 a.m. I need to plow it before 10 a.m. But I don't have to be there every hour. You know, if the store isn't open.
So you've got a certain level where you can do open ups, and then do full pushes, Josh. Is that what you're telling me? I'm just trying to paint the picture. I'm thinking while you're talking.
I guess so. Yes. Basically, the subcontractor, they want me to keep their lot open throughout the storm, and if I need to go open mine up, that's fine, and then come back, keep them open. That's basically what they want.
Okay. So you're getting paid by the hour?
That is correct.
Subcontractor, right?
Hour.
Yep. Okay, and they are going to be asking you to probably keep track of every time you do an open up because they get paid by the time, probably.
Okay.
Likely. Okay. Now your own accounts, you are probably getting paid on a per time basis.
Yeah. I'm doing it per season on mine. I also wanted to go over that, but that would be later on.